So Unrivaled has been pretty okay as a basketball league so far. I think in a lot of ways it served its purpose. In some ways a failure, in a lot of ways it served its purpose. Like, I think ratings wise it hasn't been great, but I think impact in the sport of basketball, it's safe to say it served its purpose. So obviously they played a 1v1 competition, which was going to be important. And you've got Nafisa Collier, who ended up winning the competition. And this is what she said about it. Let's take a listen.
And do you think you guys set an example that the NBA could possibly take from and use, and to make their All-Star weekend a little bit more entertaining as well?
I think it would definitely be entertaining. It's up to the players if they want to do it. It is like you're putting your name on the line, you're putting your reputation on the line. It's a vulnerable situation. So again, I really commend everyone who competed in this, because it's like a scary situation. You don't know how it's going to be, but there's no shame in losing to anyone here. Everyone is so good, but of course you don't want to lose. And so it just depends on if the guys are willing to put their name on the line like that or not. It would definitely be entertaining though.
So yeah, that's obviously something that that Nafisa Collier said, and it's something that people have been asking for years and years and years. Which, I mean, look, it's something that, like, everyone's been talking about for the longest time, about playing 1v1. And ironically, at the start of Unrivaled, people were like, well, it's a reason, like, this is a reason why people aren't going to do the 1v1. Okay, it's back on screen. But basically because Aaliyah Edwards cooked Breanna Steward. But now it's like more and more talk was happening about it. And you also have got to say
about the idea of doing a one tournament
Nichols.
Here.
I mean, it'll be fire.
Would you put yourself on the line and compete in a one-on-one tournament?
Hell yeah.
Would you be interested in that
sure.
at all? Would you actually compete in it?
I would.
Ones in the Unrivaled.
That's
and like
and that fire in one-on-one.
The women.
And that's the thing where, like, Rachel Nichols actually went out of her way basically to say the women have done it in Unrivaled. So very much, it is, if nothing else, you can say it progresses sport of basketball by sparking conversations. By sparking the conversations again about like the 1v1 competition.
Have been racking it with the one-on-ones in the Unrivaled. Do you guys see a one-on-one tournament at All-Star sometime soon? Are you guys going to man up now that the women have showed you the way?
They definitely paved the way, and it was fire too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think it'd be dope. Do I think we do it? I don't know.
Y'all too embarrassed? What's going on?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody.
I don't think anybody's embarrassed. I just think that there has to be an appreciation there first of what you do, because you got to commentate it a little bit differently than you do 5-on-5. There's an appreciation for seeing a 1v.
You got to commentate it differently. What is Kyrie on about right here? What is Kyrie on about? They watching the 5v5 in All-Star Weekend. Bol was probably mentioned more times than Kyrie, and Kyrie hooped. I'd say they probably mentioned Bol more times than him. Bol got mentioned more than Wemby. Wemby was one of the best players in the game. Shaq just decided to talk about Bol. But yeah, so that is one thing. But it is good. It is mad though. And that's the one thing I will say. Unrivaled is very much, it's got the conversation starting. And look, the 1v1 tournament Unrivaled was meh. That's all I'm going to say. Meh. Some awful games, some good games. Like, Aaliyah Edwards whitewashing Breanna Stewart was crazy. Like, that was a crazy game. Alicia Gray, Jordan Cannon, I don't even think I watched that game. Cal Copper in Boston. Boston losing as a big wasn't ideal. Skylar Diggins cooked Dearica Hamby, to be fair. And then the Satu versus Dijonay game might have been the worst game 1v1 in the history of basketball. Aaliyah Edwards just playing bully ball with Enrique in the semis. Azare couldn't score a layup in the semi-final in her defense. And then Nafisa Collier just destroyed her way to the final. And then Aaliyah Edwards took game 1 off her, but Fee comfortably won game 2 and then 8-0 in game 3. But yeah, so in all these games, I will say with the 1v1, like, I thought it was okay. Very much you got to have the bigs and guards in different competitions, because Azare Stevens just walked down everybody. In fairness, she did come up against Shakira Austin, but like, Azare Stevens walked down Shakira Austin and walked down Ray Burrell. And then nearly, if she could score a layup, she would have done the same thing as against Fee there in the final. Aaliyah Edwards, after the Stewie game, just ran through Alicia Gray and through Arike. In fair, she tried to run through Stewie and it nearly worked. Sorry, not Stewie, Fee, and it nearly worked. But, like, you do have to split up the guards in the post 1v1 because a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, look, I'm going to bet on myself. I heard people being like, we need to bet on Curry. Like, I think Curry has a chance. Hell no. It's going to literally be just bulldoze ball. It's going to be bully ball. Like, like a Giannis will win without shooting a jump shot type job. Like, he's just going to play bully ball. To be honest, like, would you be... as I say, Wemby's probably not physically strong enough. Like, the best 1v1 players in the world are going to be, like, the guys that can simultaneously play lockdown defense and physically overpower players. Like, simply put, that's it. It's not about who's the best shot maker. It is about, can you overpower your opponent and can you stop them from scoring in the perimeter? It's going to be defensive-minded, physically strong bigs. So Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, he would win it if it was an NBA one. But still, at the same time, like, you're looking at the WNBA really pushing the NBA in a direction where they now kind of have to do it. And it is crazy because this is news that encompasses both the WNBA and the NBA. And ironically enough, this is a video that I'm going to be putting on both the WNBA and the NBA channels. So obviously, if you guys are fans of the LNBA, when I don't think there's that much of an overlap between the two. So this video will be out on both channels simultaneously, essentially, because, well, I'll probably change up the intro. But yeah, it does just show the importance of the Unrivaled League, something that's done. And like, even if the Unrivaled League ends up being a like failure commercially, it's safe to say it's still being a like it's still being not a success in just the grand scheme of ball. If it manages to get the freaking NBA players, even if it doesn't, they don't have a 1v1 competition. It's gotten the NBA players talking about there being a 1v1 competition, which is crazy. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think there will be an NBA one? Did you guys like the Unrivaled 1v1 competition? I'm not going to say I was the biggest fan of the Unrivaled 1v1 competition, but I think the NBA one will be very, very interesting to see if the players play and if the players go hard. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.